Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another video. Today we're checking out Surfshark, doing an updated review because there's been some pretty big changes with Surfshark. Now, it was before kind of like a mid-grade A tier VPN with some serious cons, but some pretty good upsides. But now in 2024, going into 2024, or around the middle of 2023 right now, I think Surfshark is actually a pretty good VPN. So we're going to be taking a look at that in this video, looking at some of the updates, some of the things that I like about it, as well as discussing some of the cons too, as always. Now remember guys, none of these VPN reviews are sponsored. In fact, I don't have any sponsorships on the channel, and I don't even use YouTube ads. I have a fully transparent and objective rating system, which you can find on vpntierlist.com. That said, I am almost an affiliate for almost every single VPN, so if you do want to help support the channel and honest reviews just like this, you could use my link in the description down below to get the best deal going on right now with Surfshark. You don't have to use that link if you don't want to, but it does help support the channel and continue to let me do honest reviews just like this one. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get into Surfshark right away. And as always, the first thing we take a look at is pricing. Now, Surfshark is an interesting VPN because in some ways I think it's an amazing value, and in other ways it can be a little bit pricey, but you might get what you pay for. In 1 month, it's going to be around $13 a month, which is about as expensive as you can get for VPN at a month-to-month price point. Additionally, you have some of the other package deals, which do give you a little bit more value proposition with some of these products. Now, unlike Proton VPN, which I think is actually the best deal month-to-month from their price point, I actually think Surfshark is not a very good deal short-term. And in fact, I think only the good deals are long-term deals, whether that be 24 months or even 12 months is actually a pretty good deal as well. With 2-year plan, you could get Surfshark 1, which is their kind of Surfshark on steroids package for only $84 for 24 months. That's a pretty good deal. For 2 years, we only want it to be under $100, so it's $20 cheaper than our $100 asking point for kind of the standard price, I would say, for 2-year VPN. But with this, you also get their antivirus included, as well as some extra bonuses like data breach alerts. You have a couple extra kind of cool features in your account panel, like creating anonymous email addresses and online aliases, which is really handy as well, and stuff like that. So I actually think this is a really good deal. Some of those extra value propositions are quite handy, and it's not too bad. Additionally, you can even get Surfshark Starter, which is just the core VPN package without some of these extras, and that's going to be $60 for 24 months and then $60 year after year for that. And this plan is $80 after the first 2 years. However, that said, I do like how Surfshark being very transparent with listing the increased price there. Although we don't love increased prices after the deals, but these deals are so good, I would say, that I kind of understand why they're increasing the price after these terms. You can't really get that good of a deal with streaming compatibility like this, so it's a pretty good deal. That said, the Surfshark 1 Plus package is also interesting, I think. It's $155 for 2 years and $100 year after year for that. But $100 a year after per that is still a pretty good deal. And in fact, some other VPNs like ExpressVPN cost $100 per year, and they don't include any extras. Now, why is Surfshark 1 Plus a good deal, I think? Well, it includes all these things here, like the antivirus and some of these extra features, but it also includes Incogni. Now, Incogni is actually one of my favorite products from Surfshark, and it's a really cool product that actually removes your IRL information from data brokers. So it automatically scans websites, tells them to remove information on you, and it works really well. This is a good way to prevent yourself from being doxxed, prevent people from finding your phone number, your address, and stuff like that. That is most of the time hosted by companies for anyone to see for free. So yeah, I think this is a mandatory tool if you're interested in privacy and anonymity online, and you don't want people finding out your address and sending you pizzas or harassing you. So definitely a good value proposition. I think for what you get, a VPN, Incogni, antivirus, and a lot of these things, I think that's a pretty good deal as well. Now, what are some of the cons? Well, like I said, I think short term, it is too expensive. The short term plans are a little too expensive. There's not really that many offers for 6 months. I also think that there's not an amazing deal for a 3-year plan, but the 2-year plans are decent. Additionally, we do see a little bit of a price increase like I mentioned before, and sometimes you can have a little bit issues canceling the product just from a button. You won't have to send a little email to support or talk to them on live chat and ask them to cancel your account, and they will do that. But it's just like a little bit of a hairy kind of thing. Some VPNs just make it super easy to cancel. Surfshark makes it a little bit trickier to cancel. So it's just something to be aware of. Not a huge deal, but something I definitely wanted to highlight. Next up, guys, we have Surfshark application, and I gotta say, this is one of my favorite new things about Surfshark. I think they did an amazing job making it look better. If you guys look at my old reviews, you can see that Surfshark always looked okay, but it definitely looked a little bit too plain, a little bit washed out, and there wasn't any contrast or interesting kind of design in the application. Now I think they've done a really good job with this. You have this really futuristic and modern kind of right side of the application that shows you the connection time, the amount transferred in data, your protocol, your kill switch, which is on, which is really nice, and you can even turn off or on right there. You can even kind of rate the connection, and you have no borders on, which is kind of like some form of obfuscation, I think, which kind of lets you bypass VPN restrictions. You can also favorite the server right here. So I think in and of itself, this right here could just be the application, but you also have the easy ability to switch servers whenever you want, do multi-hop and stuff like that. So I think they've done a great job here with just the layout and the design of it. You also have the other functions, like I said, and that is honestly one of the reasons I like that value proposition of the main packages, is that because you do get this antivirus built in, and it's just within the application. You don't need another application to handle that. It will run scans for you, and the scans don't really seem to have much impact on my computer. It auto updates from the virus kind of catalog to make sure any new viruses. You could auto quarantine, and quick scans are as easy as this. So it has a cool little animation, and it just runs it, and it overall works pretty well. They use Avira. It's kind of like a white label, I think, of Avira antivirus, which gets good scores and is plenty powerful for an antivirus. So definitely pretty solid, especially with the secondary plan that I mentioned, a great deal. So you can schedule scans right here, quick scan on these dates, and you can edit it as well. So a very nice interface overall. We also have that search function here inside the application, which is kind of interesting if you just wanted to search right here and get private search results. Let's try doing Tom Spark reviews and then click search, and it will open up the browser in the Surfshark search functionality. You can navigate to the settings, and of course you have plenty of options, whether that be ad blocking, kill switches, protocol options. I do like how it defaults to WireGuard. I hate VPNs that don't do that. You also have split tunneling as well, visibility on LAN features, which is cool if you want that, and a rotating IP, which can be interesting. Surfshark also has a pause feature if you want to pause the connection. Now, of course, this wouldn't be an objective review if I didn't highlight anything they're missing and could add, and there are a couple of things. Namely, we want to see DNS controls, more customization for the DNS options. I would like to see port forwarding so people can optimize their torrent speeds. I would also like to see support for SOCKS by proxy. The sister company NordVPN has that, so I would think Surfshark should have that as well, especially since I get really good speeds with Nord SOCKS by proxy, probably some of the fastest speeds I get with a proxy lately, actually. Surfshark could also open source the application, add some remote VPN capabilities, kind of like Nord's mesh feature. They could also add some more protocols for support for stuff like V2Ray, although that's really only supported by TorGuard. We also could see more value proposition added, maybe some kind of encrypted email feature, maybe some encrypted storage that is included with the bundles. Any routers that Surfshark designs would be cool. Any kind of cloud apps that you can host apps on their website to enhance your security, or even some kind of cool password manager that would be a nice value proposition too. So Surfshark, I think, definitely has gone a long way in their application. It used to be, I think, one of the most plain looking applications, and now it feels very modern and premium and works good too. So overall, a very good job. All right, guys, next we're going to test my internet connection with Surfshark. So on this website, sometimes I could get around 700, 600 to 700, usually around 500 to 700 is in the range of the fastest VPNs. So we can see what we can get with Surfshark. And we're getting a little bit of a faster speed test, a little bit more in that normal range that I kind of expect. Like I said, I usually get around 500 to 700 for the fastest VPNs. And as you can see from Surfshark right here, we're almost getting up to 600. So a little bit more accurate perhaps than this website, although this is a decent website. These ones do get my best speed results. You know, the website kind of collects a lot of data on users. But what are you going to do for these tests? So I would say this is more of an accurate result than this one. So overall, Surfshark, no complaints really with the speeds. That is tons and tons of locations that you can favorite and use. Now the good thing about Surfshark is they do have pretty good customer support. I mean, at first glance, it seems like the website doesn't have live chat. But when you do kind of start digging around, you can find help and live chat options. So I think what you do is you go to the help center And then what you kind of want to do is chat with us. Yeah, here we go. And then you'll be able to chat with Surfshark. Now, initially, I had not given them points for this because I didn't know they had live chat. You don't really see it popping up anywhere like that. But with Surfshark, it is something you do see here. So they do get full points here for pretty good support. And we're kind of getting close to the end of the review, just doing a quick other sections here. If we look at the tier list, I've already filled out some of these points. We're going to give them a full points for response to criticism. Surfshark has always given me the ability to say whatever I want about them, and they generally respond very well to criticism. They don't always listen to my feedback or implement it right away, but overall, generally, I think some of the things I've criticized the company for the last couple of years, they have improved. Like, for example, the application. I always kind of thought it looked a little too plain, a little too flat, and now it looks much better. So overall, I'm very pleased with that. And I would say that this is one area that Surfshark could review. Now, the good thing about Surf is that it doesn't really have any history of data leaks or any security vulnerabilities or anything like that. So at least that's good. In terms of acquisitions, it's never been acquired by any other company. However, it did kind of combine or merge with NordVPN. So that's kind of an interesting case, since usually when VPNs change hands, it's usually that they are selling their company to someone else for money, and usually there are compromises to see. But with Surfshark so far, at least since they've merged with Nord, we haven't really seen any compromises. In fact, the product, I do believe, is getting better and better. And overall, I do kind of think that from the beginning, there was some kind of relationship with NordVPN and these kind of companies. I do believe there was an article saying that testnet helped incubate Surfshark or fund it. So there could always have been some kind of link between these two companies, and now at least it's official. But again, like I said, there are some things that can improve. There's too many ad trackers on the website, too many cookies. It tells Facebook and Google Analytics is used. Now, a lot of these things can be cleaned up pretty easily. Many VPNs actually have a perfect track record right here. However, these are smaller VPNs that make less money, VPNs that have less marketing departments and these kind of things, which I think is one reason why Surfshark has gotten to be such a big company. A lot of these bigger VPNs do have this kind of footprint when it comes to these kind of things, which is unfortunate. It's definitely something they could improve. So definitely something I want to highlight in this review, at least to remain objective. All right, guys, now we've gotten to the end of this review. How do I rate Surfshark? How does it rate on the tier list? Well, make sure to always keep up to date with VPNtiers.com, of course. If you guys like this review, also remember, if you click on that link, it'll directly help support the channel. But if we look at the rankings, Surfshark's actually done pretty well. We can see them right here. Surfshark is getting a 77, which is a very high score. Anything above 70 is going to be a S tier VPN or A tier. We just do A tier here in my tier list. So who do I recommend Surfshark to? Well, Surfshark I think is an excellent product as an aggregate. It definitely has some improvements to be made. No VPN is perfect. It could improve some of those privacy backend things just to polish up its website a bit, be a little bit more privacy friendly. But as a whole VPN, it does pretty well. I think it has a great bundled offering to increase your anonymity and privacy online. And it has some better complementary products I think most VPNs do. I really like Incognito, a great way to remove your information from data brokers. Some of the extra cool little email alias features are very nice to use and easy to use within the main account panel. Its speeds are great. Its application is nicely updated and it looks really good. It's got good customer support with live chat options available. It has plenty of features within the application, and long-term pricing is pretty affordable and fair. I think it rates a little even higher than NordVPN, which is kind of its sister product. It's a little bit cheaper. It works probably just as good with streaming, and the speeds are very good too. So overall, definitely a solid product. It's a couple points behind Torguard. Torguard is hard to beat for that affordability and pure speed ratio there. But Surfshark does have streaming built in. It's better for streaming compatibility. The application is definitely a little bit more polished and easy to use, and it feels a little bit more modern and updated. Torguard has a little bit better the privacy backend things with less trackers on its website and stuff like that. And it has some different offerings in terms of the add-ons and stuff like that. But Surfshark is definitely a solid pickup. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you again very soon.